Hey, this is Manuela. Got to record these thoughts before I forget. As usual, life is very chaotic. Caring for my mom, and my brother had a stroke and is on life support. And anyway, so chaotic that if I don't record these things, something will happen and thoughts will just be snatched away. Anyway, so the Revelation 12 sign is coming up on September the 23rd. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my mom's stuff. I'm trying to pack her to go to my sister's. Revelation 12 sign, September 23rd, and so many people are saying that it has to be the date of the rapture. Oh, I hope it is. How wonderful it would be. And I'm choosing to trust that it is going to be the day of the rapture, because that's what I want. However, there are thoughts in my mind that I have to get down on paper or on video. I do not believe, something inside of me, my heart tells me it's not going to be the rapture. My head tells me it is, because I want it to be. And the reason I say I don't know that it is because I forgot what I came in here for. Supposed to get something for my mom. Anyway, her charger, that's what it is. Her phone. Okay. And her glasses. The church has to manifest in great power and glory before the rapture. God cannot take the church without manifesting in some way that the rest of the world wants to be the church. Joel 2 has to manifest where God pours His Spirit out on all flesh. I don't see that that's happened. Jesus said, I'm thinking it's in John 16:12 that, why do they marvel that there's coming a time when, those, I guess those who call themselves by His name will do such as He was doing, but then even more, and He was raising the dead and healing the sick and driving out demons and doing all kinds of stuff. And so the church has to do that before we go. There has to be so much to happen in the church between now and September the 23rd that has not happened. What else? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, this is another thought that I had is, okay, Revelation 12, it says, and then, behold, in the heavens there was a great sign, a woman travailing and giving in birth, and, and then there's waiting a dragon to devour her child as soon as it is born. And then it says that she gives birth, or she gives birth to the man-child. I went back, or actually, she gives birth to a child. And then later on it says it's a male child. And what the son of the family does, it disperses seeds into something that later produces fruit. So I think, that definitely is the church. However, there is a word that I have seen in some translations that she gives birth and immediately the child is taken into heaven. I went into the interlinear version of the Bible on Bible Hub, and that word immediately was not in there. And so here's what I think, possibly. Okay, when Jesus was born, He had a period of growth, and then He manifests in His power and glory, where you didn't start hearing about Him until He was 30 years old. So there was that period of growth, and then He started manifesting. But He had to be born first. He was born, and then He manifests. So here's what I think. I think September the 23rd, some sort of spiritual something maybe is going to happen. And this would be the birth of the church in her great power and glory. I mean, the church has already been born. It has already grown. And I think what September the 23rd is the point at which the church will begin to manifest her power. Possibly this might be the time when we start seeing evidence of God pouring His Spirit out onto all flesh. My head tells me that day I'm going to be looking for the rapture. I'm going to be looking and waiting and looking to the east and waiting on Christ to come in the clouds. But I'm not going to be disappointed if He doesn't, because I know at that point we are going to manifest. If He doesn't come on that day, that is the day that we will begin to manifest our spiritual powers, that where we will become in line with Him. We are already seated at the right hand of Christ. In I think it's Colossians and Ephesians, we know that we are seated at the right hand of Christ. We are joint heirs with Christ, and that means if we are joint heirs, we have the same power and authority that He has, and we have the same dunamis power, we have the same exousia power. We will manifest just like He did. We have to. There are so many places in the Bible where the church has to manifest, and He cannot take us until we manifest in such a way that the world knows who we are. And I believe I'm going to look for the rapture on September 23rd. I'm going to be looking to the east the whole entire day. But if it does not happen, I know that that is going to be the time when we will come into our own then, because God didn't put that sign in the Bible for nothing. If the rapture doesn't happen, then that will be the day that He pours His Spirit out and the church manifests as the body of Christ. He is the head, we are the body. Oh, and you think about it, I think I heard Scotty Clark talk about, okay, when a baby is born, the head has to come out first, and then the hardest part for a baby to be born is the shoulders. But then once that the shoulders pop out, the body is born immediately. And all things, I believe, that are manifest on this earth are a picture of what happens in the spiritual world. And I think, maybe even, just like the marriage, the union of a husband and wife, a man has to physically join with a woman and they become one flesh. I believe that symbolizes Christ's Spirit, the man, coming into His bride, His Spirit flowing into us. We are the vessels that carry or that receive Christ as the female. And then our, our children, I guess, our seed, our fruit is, loving the world and taking our place in the world. And the birth of a child is symbolic of Christ's body being born. I'm crazy. That's just what I feel like is going to happen. So I'm going to try to get this on video on YouTube, and I'll talk to y'all later.